How do we make people stop scrolling and actually pay attention to science? Hello everyone, my name is Daphne Yance. I recently completed my undergraduate studies in atmospheric science in Peru, and my YSP project was about communicating science through short-form video and digital content. And throughout this project, I had the opportunity to work under the mentorship of Dr. Aubrey from SciWorthy. So my project had three stages. The first was to learn how to communicate science. The second was to write my first article for SciWorthy, and finally transforming that article into short-form multimedia content. So for the first stage, I took SciWorthy's writing course on science writing, and what helped me the most was that it provided a clear structure based on guiding questions, as you can see on this slide. And my biggest takeaway was the importance of the introduction, because before someone else reads the details of your research, they first need to understand why it matters. So after this training and discussions with my mentors, I chose a paper connected to one of my research interests, which is traditional knowledge for weather forecasting. This paper investigated whether traditional Aymara weather indication in the Bolivian Altiplano could be scientifically validated using meteorological data. And although I had read the paper before, turning it into accessible science was still very challenging. The scientific framework and Dr. Sobri feedback helped me decide what information was essential and how to explain it without losing the scientific evidence. And well, the result was my first article for scientific, which you can find through the QR on the slide. The third stage was to transform this article into a short scientific video. And while working on this, I also took a workshop on science communication for the social media. And there I looked like key ideas like the importance of the hook, adding subtitles so people can follow without sound, and using simple visual and sound elements to keep attention. For my video, I use voiceover, subtitles, sound effects, and royalty-free images. And I also use Canvas AI tool to turn static images into short video clips and make the content more dynamic. So now I would like to show a short part of my video to see if it captures your attention.
What if farmers could predict rain just by looking at nature? In the Bolivian Altiplano, Aymara farmers have been doing exactly that for generations. They observe plants, animals, and even moisture under rocks to decide when to plant and how to prepare for the season. But today, this knowledge is fading.
So that was a part of my video, and if you want to see more, you can scan this QR to watch it on SciWorthy's social media. And I wanted to mention that I also created a Spanish version since it is my native language and the research focuses on the Andean region. In addition to the video, I also explore another format that is currently trending in social media, which is the Instagram carousels post, as you can see with large text. This format is very simple to create, but is still very effective for communicating key ideas. After this experience, I have three main takeaways. First, the scientific translation matters. We need more formats that make research understandable without losing its scientific meaning. And what I appreciate about SciWorthy was that it helped me make the research accessible without turning it into an oversimplified or sensationalized story. And second, the hook matters. If we don't capture attention at the beginning, people may never reach the science itself. And third, science communication doesn't have to be complicated. Simple formats can also be powerful tools to share knowledge. I already knew that I was very interested in science communication, but this project gave me an opportunity to put into practice in a completely different way. And for the first time, I was not only thinking about how to explain scientific information, but also how to design it, edit it, and adapt it to different audiences and platforms. So, for the next step, I will publish the video and the carousels through SciWorthy's social media as a small experiment to see which format generates more engagement. And I also hope to share what I learned with the students at my university and explore how short for digital communication could complement more traditional approaches. So for me, this project was not about only creating a video, it was about learning another way of taking science beyond the scientific community. Thank you.